It is me, RandomJosh, and I am back with another Random Monday video. So yes, it's just been like my birthday, that's all been and done. But anyway, let's just jump straight into this video. So basically, what we're going to be discussing today is how to kind of deal with hate comments. So this video goes out to small YouTubers, big YouTubers, any YouTubers, anyone who creates content, basically. It doesn't even have to be for YouTube, it could be on Twitch or some other streaming sites. It's just hate comments come with all of these, basically. Whether you're a streamer or video creator, you're gonna get a hate comment at least one time in your life, unless you only do it like for like one video and then you run. Chances are you're gonna get hate comments at some point in your life. So I'd say the first step to dealing with hate comments is to kind of really read into it. Like, it's so easy to just straight away get really offended and upset by them, but try and read into it and read around it and try and see what they're trying to say, because sometimes people don't understand and they can just say things, and to you it can be really hurtful, but in their eyes they're just trying to get a point across or something like that. So try and think like that, so look at it in different perspectives before you go guns blazing at them, more or less. So yeah, once you've kind of gathered what it is they're trying to go with, if it is just straight out hate, it's like nothing really to do with the video perhaps, or it is to do with the video but it's not like constructive at all, it's just kind of verbally abusing you, then definitely I'd say report them, block them, delete it. You know, it's easy to just really ramble into it, but sometimes it's much more effective just to say, alright, delete, you don't need to be here. But yeah, so that's one way. Another way that I sometimes can find, like, it's probably not the best way to deal with them, but it's sometimes I can do it myself. So when I get like hate comments based around, say, my sexuality, I usually try and, because what hate comments usually are trying to do is trying to get a reaction from you, trying to get some kind of anger and aggression to come from you, and just to make you feel weak. So what I tend to do is just be like, laugh it off almost. So I'll comment back if someone was like, you're a gay person, you know, I just like, yeah, I am. And what? I'm not gonna like get really offended by it. I'm just gonna try and flip the table and be like, well, yeah, you've stated a fact, well done. So that's another way you can try and deal with them potentially, if you would like to, but obviously be aware with sometimes it can kind of escalate from there, so yeah, just be aware of that. So obviously some hate comments can actually be constructive to you, so it's good to note out what kind of ones are constructive, or at least are along the lines of some potentially being constructive, because again, sometimes people can word things a bit differently to how you would expect it, and some, like, it's text, you can't see the emotion behind it, so sometimes it's good to just sit down, look at it, read it, think about it, and think where they're coming from, not from, always my life. Yeah, it's good to just sit down and say, okay, they are potentially correct with what they're saying, and I can kind of relate to it maybe. So yeah, it's good to just kind of listen to an opinion sometimes. But again, if it is just straight out hate, like, it's nothing constructive, it's nothing to do with the video or nothing to do with how you can improve, then just kind of be like, well, bye, leave. But yeah, so if it is constructive, like, try and actually engage in conversation with them. Just try and kind of go backwards and forwards and work out some kind of middle ground perhaps. Obviously don't change yourself just because someone's upset with something you're doing, like, that's stupid. just do whatever you're doing, and if you agree with them with something, like if they turn around and say, look, your audio is terrible, you need to get that fixed, then maybe debate on getting some better audio stuff. Or if your film quality isn't as good, then potentially debate on getting a new camera or something like that. But if they're literally just slurring out like some stuff about, I don't like your content, that's their problem, more or less. Like, you don't need to change your content just because one person doesn't like it, because chances are there are actually people that do like your content, and you know, you can't let it get to you. As hard as it can be sometimes, you've just got to sit back and be like, okay, that's one person, and then look at your views and say, well, there's all these other people who actually do enjoy it. It's a similar kind of situation with dislikes. So obviously on YouTube videos you can like or you can dislike a video. Now it took me a while to realise, like, I had to read through a few forums and stuff, and there was one that I found really connected to me, and that was essentially saying how you should look at a dislike as kind of the opposite way. So if someone dislikes your video, it's kind of interactivity with the video, so YouTube understands and recognises that and goes, okay, let's push your video up, because you're obviously getting some people are connecting with your video to click on something, not just look at the video and click off. They're actually engaging in it, so they push that video up. So if you get a dislike, even if you get 10 dislikes and 1 like, that video still goes up. So that's like a really good point. And often it is hard, like when you see a dislike, it is kind of like, it does make you feel really like stupid and horrible, and like what did I do wrong, more or less. And again, not everyone's gonna like your videos, not everyone's gonna sit here and like this video. People might think, what the fuck is he talking about? Do you know what I mean? Like, you've just got to get past that kind of sense in that stage and just be like, I'm gonna do my videos, because for me personally, I don't do videos to get views or anything like that. Like, yeah, it's nice to get views, it's nice to get likes and stuff like that, but it's not like the main thing. I actually just really enjoy sitting down and talking with people and putting my kind of opinion across, I guess, and trying to help people as well. I really enjoy that. So that's like how I get through it. Now, a lot of people do YouTube for views and they want to get big and things like that, which is where they get kind of disheartened through dislikes and hate comments. So it's more or less a video for those kind of people who want to get big. Let's put it into this scenario. If you want to get big, you're gonna have to have hate comments. Like, that's just a part of life, more or less. The higher up you are, the more noticed you are by a lot of people, and the more noticed you are, the more likely you are to get noticed by people that don't like your content. It's simple as, like, the big YouTubers, yeah, they have a lot of fans and things like that, and a lot of really lovely comments, but if you were to scroll through their comments, you would see so many hate comments on them, so many. But obviously it's probably that little bit easier for them because it balances out a bit more, where you've got a crap ton of comments which you can hardly look through, so a lot of comments get lost. So a lot of the hate comments probably get lost as well. Occasionally they may get a lot of them just there at the top and they would see them, but chances are they're going to be a lot further down and just ignored. Whereas with smaller YouTubers such as myself, we don't get as many comments on videos, so they're just there. You'll see every single person's comment and you're just like, oh. And it can be disheartening. Even to me, I sit there and think to myself, what am I doing wrong? Like, how can I help people more? Why do people not like my videos? But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not doing it for them. I mean, I am to some extent doing it for other people, but I do the videos for myself because it makes me feel better, and it's just like a release. It's a hobby, it's something to do, and just sitting down with a camera in front of you, it's surprising how much you can, sit down and just think, yeah, you can do it. But anyway, guys, yeah, I hope you like this kind of, it's probably not that long of a video, but I just wanted to get a few things out there to try and help people. And if this has helped you, and you kind of, or even if you have another kind of method of reacting to hate comments and how you deal with them, like, let me know, because I want to know what other people tend to do. Like, these are just ones that I particularly know of and try and follow. But yeah, so let me know in the comments down below if you do use any of these or any of your own personal methods. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out, bitches.